we've created a hypothetical. So USC wins its next 3 games, and this could be a win against Utah in the Pac-12 title game or a win against Oregon. I feel like either one is going to be a fairly good win against a team that will probably land around number 12. And then they'll have beaten Notre Dame. They'll have beaten UCLA. Let's say it comes down to Tennessee and USC for the 4th spot. Tennessee is 11-1. They don't lose to Vanderbilt or South Carolina, obviously. And then USC is the 12-1 Pac-12 champ. Who does the committee pick?
I think it's USC. Max's audio is not working. I don't think I can't hear him.
You think it's USC?
I think it's USC.
Nobody can make audio tonight.
I think it's USC. And Ari, you sat through this mock selection thing, so you'll get this. And Andy, I know, has too, although it's been a while. But the fact that they value conference championships,
but they don't. They've never shown that they've never actually shown that, not once.
But over a non-champ, I think over a non-champ,
not once. The only time it happened, the non-champ was number 3, Ohio State in 2016.
Here's the problem.
And then it came down to 2 conference champions, Pac-12 champ Washington and Big Ten champ Penn State for the 4th spot, and they picked Washington.
And that's the problem, because I think that everybody, if you gave them the truth serum, the Andy Staples show patented truth serum, would say that Tennessee is better than USC, right?
Who won? Hey, Ari, help me with this. Who won the Big Ten in 2017?
Ohio State.
Penn State.
Where'd they finish in the final rankings?
Oh, it was Ohio State.
Ohio State in 17?
Yeah.
I don't remember the number, but I think it was out.
Yeah, they finished number 5. Who finished number 4?
I don't know. Remember?
I believe that was SEC West runner-up Alabama.
Yeah, but what was Ohio State?
Not once in the history of this thing has winning a conference title actually mattered to the committee. Not once.
Yeah, I don't think the conference titles where I would hang my hat on. I think hanging my hat on would be avenging the loss, because I think that's very interesting.
But it's not.
And I think that we're playing their best football at the end of the year.
They still have better wins.
I'll tell you one thing. I know this for sure. With $1,000 on the line, if that's the scenario at the end of the year, you're not going to be whistling going into that show. Okay, so you're going to be on the edge of your seat with the rest of us. And the problem I will say here, Sam, that we have is, in 17 Ohio State had 2 losses, so that's not even a good comparison.
That's the thing. That's my thing. Is if it's 2 one-loss teams and one's got 1 additional win, which is a conference champion over a non-division winner. I'm telling you, the committee will
just pick the team they think is better.
But the problem, if I could just say this, is that I think all 4 of us, and I'll speak for Max too, but we probably think that Tennessee is a better football team than USC, right?
And the committee will.
And the committee will see that too. So that's the thing that gives me pause. But I am obsessed with the notion that if you avenge your loss, you beat 3 teams that are ranked in a row, all these things at the end. Ass juice.
Nick Terry asked if my truth serum would be called ass juice, and of course it would.
Of course.
For those who don't know, for those who might be new to the pod, I have a theory on how number 4 should be picked. The way you pick number 4 is you kidnap the coach of number 1. Put a bag over his head, bring him to an undisclosed location. You shoot him up with truth serum, which I'm assuming exists somewhere. All these top flight research universities have access to stuff. So you grab Kirby Smart, you throw a bag over his head, and you go, Kirby, Tennessee or USC, who would you rather not play? And when he goes Tennessee, you go, thanks. Tennessee's number 4.
I can't believe that hadn't caught on yet. It's so promising.
It's the best way to decide these things.
My truth serum is usually a gun to your head with your life on the line, so his is a little bit more but
why are these all so violent?
I don't know.
I also
like just getting thrown in a van with a bag on your head.
We're going to waterboarding next.
Ari, you did the mock this year, so you know the protocols of all this stuff. I've done the mock too. So I know that this stuff is not in writing. It's not in any of the books and binders. But to me, I also kind of default sometimes to thinking that these guys are putting on an event, And I think when it comes down to it, sometimes in a decision like that, do you really want to leave out the potential Heisman winner of your event when it comes down to it betwing two teams that you think are both very exciting?
Are you talking about Caleb Williams?
Maybe the Heisman winner by this point.
Yeah. but at the end of the year, that could be completely swapped.
Yeah, I don't know if I really and maybe I'm Pollyannish here. I don't think they think about that stuff because actually, if you're thinking about that, if you're doing it in terms of your event, I think your event probably does better because you already have a team from the Deep South, like.
I'm not talking
a team from out west.
I know. You can easily poke a hole in what I'm saying.
And also, like for the event, I think that USC would be the more. We don't want to watch Tennessee and Georgia play again. Like we don't know what's going to happen. Like I'd rather watch a new team.
Ari, I don't know how to break this to you. I know exactly what'll happen if
it's going to happen
to
USC. I know, but at least it's a new thing. You want to see it. I know how the Bachelor is going to end. Doesn't mean I want to watch last season. Like they're going to break up. Okay, woo! I want to watch the new one.
Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I would take into consideration with this and this is why I picked USC in this scenario, is USC's got a ranked UCLA and a ranked Notre Dame, and then ostensibly a ranked whoever they play in the Pac-12
That gauntlet is the one argument I will buy. Like them going through that gauntlet at the very end of the season. I will buy that argument.
While Tennessee gets to play South Carolina and Vanderbilt.
Wasn't Jordan Addison out in the
and
Utah
if they're
game?
doing some of this stuff without Travis Dye, without
got hurt in
Mario
Utah
Williams, Eric Gentry. Yeah.
What quarter was it?
Late.
Oh, okay. Because he's back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just trying to, think outside the box here.
I like Craig Smith. Let's watch a different car crash into the brick wall. This is Georgia front.
Yes. I mean, isn't that that's to me, I'd rather just watch the new experience.